Hello, Jennifer. How are you today?
Oh, tired.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. It's been a long day.
Absolutely. Very long.
Yeah, I can definitely understand that.
Mhm.
It's been a long day here too.
Mhm.
So how's everything been since last week?
Oh, things have been good. You know, I thought a lot about what we talked about last week, and I did contact my son, and I had invited him over for dinner, and he said he was going to come, and then he didn't show up.
Okay.
So I was upset, but he did tell me that he had to work, so he was going to try to come before work, so he didn't come. So I was a little upset about that, but I just let it go. And then a couple of days later, he called, and um, I'm thinking in my mind like, oh, what is he's gonna want something? And he's like, I just called to see how you were doing, and that's it. And I was like, oh. So we were talking, and he was telling me about what his job, his new job, and how that was going. And then he asked me when I was doing on Sunday. I was like, well, I have a meeting, but after you can come by. So he's like, all right, and I'll come by then, because I don't have to work. So I was okay with that, and we talked about school,
Mm-hmm.
and that was it.
Okay.
So I felt okay with that.
Okay, good. So you were a little bit surprised at first when
Yeah.
he called you, and you're thinking, oh, he's gonna want something.
Mhm.
You never expected that he would actually call you and see how you were doing. How
Mhm.
did you feel afterwards?
I felt good. I
Mm-hmm.
felt good, and at first I was like, I wonder if somebody told him to call me, and then I was like, that really doesn't matter if someone told him to call me or not, because he still didn't have to do it. If someone told him so. I was like, just let me just let that go,
Mm-hmm.
and just go with what's happening here.
Mm-hmm. That's really good that you caught yourself. You were about to go into that kind of frame of mind, like, well, you're still not sure what his motives were to calling you. I'm glad you focused on the positive side, which is he did call you,
Right.
which is what we were talking about last week. He's not doing, he's not calling you, but he did. So
Mhm.
that's very good.
Yeah. And I think normally I would have had like a little attitude, like, but I said, Jennifer, just let it go. Just let it go.
What made you say just let it go?
Because I mean, I could got caught up in that, and the conversation would have been really short.
Mm.
And I'm saying, okay, you made an effort, so let me just talk to him, let me just let it go. And I think that morning when I woke up, I felt like, um, I just felt not like like I knew something was gonna happen or anything like that, but I just felt kind of I didn't feel stressed. I didn't feel I felt good that morning, and it was like I was kind of in an easy breezy mood. I was on my way to work, so.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, have you noticed at other times when he calls you and you're not having a good morning and you're maybe stressed, as you just mentioned, do you think that that influences how you perceive his intentions?
It might.
Maybe.
It might. I don't know because I never really thought about it.
Okay.
I mean, when he does call out, sometimes I have attitude, depending on what's going on. But usually it's because of him. Like my attitude is directed towards him because, he's calling and either asking for something or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you keep going back to this, every time he calls, it's maybe because he needs something. And I remember last week, which was our first official session, you mentioned some feelings of being angry. Um, have you given thought to those feelings of anger, or why have you felt angry with him? Is it him particularly, or what's kind of causing this anger?
The anger is more about don't you know how much I sacrificed for you?
Okay.
You know, and
Mhm.
for you to act like you're in the world by yourself, and I was angry because I could have done that. I could have acted like I was in the world by myself. You
Mhm.
know, there's plenty of parents that do that. You know, but I didn't do that, and I've given him so much for him, and especially being a single parent, he was never, even though he was raised in a single parent family, he had pretty much the same type of things that kids in a two family family had. So it's not like he was missing anything as far as material wise or anything like that. You know, he did miss out on having a dad, and of course I can't be that. And then this week he put on his Facebook page that he was thinking about looking for his father. So
Mhm.
I thought that was um, not strange because we've talked about it before, and he said that it was something he was thinking about because he wanted to do it, but he said he wanted to do it down the line, like when he finished college or something like that. But I thought it was strange that he put it out there for like the world to see that. That I thought was strange. Not that he was thinking about it.
Okay. Did you think that maybe he would talk to you about it first?
Yeah,
Like you weren't expecting to find out from Facebook.
right. You know. And matter of fact, I hadn't even gone on yet, but someone, one of my friends, and she texted me, Isaiah posted so and so and so,
Mm.
and at first I was like, well, it would have been nice if I knew that he felt that. I mean, and then I said, well, I knew he felt that way. I just didn't know that it's been like a big thing on his mind right now.
Okay.
So, which made me wonder if that had something to do with the way his behavior is, because that's something in the forefront of his mind. Does he feel like he needs that right now, that male or that father figure right now?
Okay. And have you had a chance to ask him about that yet, or?
No. I
Okay.
said when he comes over, I'll ask him about it.
Okay.
Because he's been pretty open, talking to me about how he feels about, his father and all of that.
Okay. And so he didn't show up over the week, and he said he's gonna come over when?
On Sunday.
On Sunday.
Mhm.
Okay. And is he gonna come to church with you too?
No,
Or
I didn't
no?
even ask him about that.
Okay.
He
Okay.
said, I told him, well, I'm going to church and then I have a meeting for school, and so you can come after that. He's like, all right, I'll come later.
Okay. The reason why I asked was because last week I know you mentioned that that was also something that you've noticed has changed as far as his behavior. He used to come to church more often, and now he hasn't. But at least you took that first step, which was you
Mhm.
made that effort. You reached out to him.
Right.
Unfortunately, this first meeting didn't work out. But it seems like you were pretty understanding that it, was work. You were kind
Mhm.
of conflicted, and you guys have scheduled something else.
Right.
Good. Um, Something that I wanted to say is that I sense that maybe you're feeling angry because, from what I heard you say, that he's maybe not thankful for everything that you've given to him. Because you were explaining how you've done a lot for him, and he had things that even two-parent households have, and there was just a single-parent household. Is this what I?
Yeah, I mean, it's what I expect back from him. I expect him to show a little more gratitude, but the gratitude I'm expecting is, Mom, do you need anything?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily, oh, Mom, thank you for everything you've done for me. Not necessarily that.
Okay.
It's like, Mom, do you need anything? Even if it's just once a week, Mom, do you need anything?
Mhm.
You know, that, because he knows that I'm pretty much by myself, and I'm not expecting him to take a role like as the other man in my life. I'm not expecting him to take that type of role.
Mhm.
Just taking the role of having responsibilities, know that you do have a family and you have responsibilities within that family to see, are you needed?
Okay. So you just want him to reach out to you.
Mhm.
That's what you want. You want him to take the initiative to check on you and check on Noah. Right?
Mhm.
You're saying okay. Okay. And do you think he knows? I mean, how do you expect him to know that this is what you want?
Well, I said to him, in the past, you could call us to see how we're doing. Your brother's not gonna know who you are because you don't come around enough. And then he gets upset when he comes around and no one's just looking at him like a stranger.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's a baby and he doesn't see you often, so he doesn't really know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
And that was something that he expressed when I was pregnant, is that he was going to make sure that they were close even though they were so far apart in age. And I told him that's something that he's responsible for because Noah could not be responsible for making sure that they're close.
Mm-hmm.
And he was all for that. But then after I had the baby, it was a little weird because he started distancing himself, and I'm not sure if someone was like, well, maybe he's jealous. Well, he had me to himself for 19 years, pretty much, or
Mm-hmm.
um, so I don't see why he would be, you know,
Where it would be
why he would be jealous.
okay. Okay. Um, I think that you're doing a good job expressing how Noah's not gonna know who he is as, his brother, his older brother. But I still don't see how he would know. You haven't specifically told him. It would be nice, or, if you call and check on Noah. Now, once you've made that clear, I think that, maybe we can take a look at something else, a different approach, but if you haven't asked him specifically, call and maybe, put Noah on the phone so that he can talk to Noah and Noah can maybe hear his voice. Now, if he doesn't follow up with that, what you've expressed you want as, their mom.
Mhm.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, I can definitely. It's just that I feel like I've been saying all these things, and I feel like I don't want to be nagging him,
Mm.
and then I also feel like he should want to. Like, why do I don't want to feel like I'm forcing you to be a part of the family. It's like I would think that you would want to be with your family. Because it's not like I'm an overbearing parent that
Mhm.
has to be in every inch of his life.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely understand that. You, at the same time, want to give him his space. You don't want to be telling him the same thing over and over again. Um, but I still think that the best thing, is if you told him directly, this is what you want, because this is how he's making you feel, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm gonna talk to him again and lay it out because I've said so many things straight and directly to the point, and he's like, "Yeah, ma, I know. Yes, mom. Yes, mom. Yes, mom," and nothing. So, I'm not too sure. You know,
Can you give me an example of what you've told him that's direct in regards to him maybe reaching out to
well, I told him that I haven't heard from him. I felt like he was excluding me from his life,
you?
and that it hurt my feelings. And he says, "Well, I'm not doing it. It may look like that, but that's not what I'm doing." And I said, "Well, all I can go by is what you do, and not what you say. You know,
Mhm.
I'm going by what you do." And he's like, "Yeah, I know, and and so I've said that directly to him,
Mhm.
trying to make sure that he knew that it does hurt my feelings. It's not just I'm nagging you. I'm upset because it's hurtful.
Okay. Good job. I think that that's key because um, people don't know how we're feeling and what we want unless we specifically say that. So good job in doing that. I think that you did a really good job over this past week, by reaching out to